You're listening to Becoming Wildly Resilient, brought to you by University of Kentucky Human Resources, Health and Wellness. Together, we will discover how we can thrive at work, home, and beyond. Hey everybody, Sebastian Calmes, Wellness Specialist, UKHR Health and Wellness. Welcome back to another episode of Becoming Wildly Resilient. Right now, during these cold winter months, there hasn't been a better time to learn about seasonal affective disorder. So to talk with us about this important topic is the Assistant Dean of Wellness and Wellbeing at the College of Nursing, Lee Anne Walmsley. So I hope you're ready to become more wildly resilient. Here we go.
Hello, welcome, come in. Hi, I am Lee Anne Walmsley. I am the Assistant Dean of Wellness and Wellbeing at the College of Nursing. I am also the chair of the Wellness Council, and I am thrilled to be able to talk to you all about seasonal affective disorder. I think one of the most important things for you to understand about the University of Kentucky is we collaborate with wellness. I see my role as a collaborator. We have an amazing connecting network of wellness people that we share our ideas with each other, and we also work to support the entire UK community to make this a place for wellness. I work with Sebastian Calmes with the Wellness Champions, Jody Insman. We work closely with Lisa Williams and the College of Medicine. We work with Ben Hughes and Colleen Hurst with the UK Healthcare Consortium. We work with Connie Jennings in Integrative Medicine, Dr. Scott Black in UK Health Services, Azada Beatty in HR. There is a vast network of wellness champions, and I hope that wherever you are in the university, you reach out and work with people and bring wellness to your college and your enterprise.
Lee Anne, what is seasonal affective disorder and how does it differ from the winter blues or general depression?
When I am speaking on any topic that has to do with mental health and wellness, I try to start by asking each individual to be okay with it. So seasonal affective disorder is a consistent, pervasive feeling of heaviness, sadness that's not explained by any other situation. I think most of us are a little tired, a little closed in when the winter season comes. Seasonal affective disorder is more than that. It's a fairly consistent experience that people have year after year. And often they don't even know why they feel that way. They just feel down, they feel blue, and we are wanting people to recognize that seasonal affective disorder is something that is actually fairly common.
How can understanding seasonal affective disorder help ourselves and those around us become more resilient?
I think I will always try to drive home that normalizing when people don't feel their best is something that we all have a responsibility in our workplaces, in our families. Understanding that people struggle and that people don't feel bright or don't feel happy, and just being aware of it can help people be more resilient by your noticing, by your simply saying, hello, I've noticed recently that you seem a little quiet. It's winter time. Some people feel that way more in the winter than other times. If you ever notice that it's associated more in your life with the weather changes, because many people experience this and don't even recognize it.
What causes seasonal affective disorder? How is it that shorter days and less sunlight can affect our mood so much?
So anybody who knows me knows one of my messages to everybody is sleep and how important sleep is. I love lecturing, love talking to people about sleep. So regular, planned thoughtful habits with sleep. Don't just let sleep be what you do at the end of the day. Make your sleep something that you are excited about, something that is a part of your health routine. Make your room comfortable. Think about the temperature. Think about the sounds in your room. And to understand sleep, you have to understand circadian rhythms, and you have to understand how much light in and of itself affects our neurotransmitters, affects our levels of serotonin. Light makes us happy. If you've ever noticed that you sometimes feel happier when the sun shines rather than it being overcast, that's not necessarily just your mood. That has some chemical undertones to it. Also, when it's darker, you make more melatonin, which makes you tired. It makes you go to sleep. A lot of us take melatonin as a sleep aid. So the actual light helps you produce all of those little wonderful things that make you feel happier. It's really important for you to understand it's not that you're weak, or it's not that you're not good enough, or that you just can't pull it together like the person next to you can. You need to understand that there are some reasons chemically, there are some reasons organically in your body that are occurring. And the good news is then you can have some strategies that will counteract that.
What are some of those strategies to counteract that?
Okay, so I don't like going out in the cold. However, anytime you see the sunlight out, it is a nice help to your brain to go out in the sunshine. You also can manufacture that kind of light. You can easily and inexpensively buy lights. And the recommendation is you sit in front of a light bank each day for a prescribed period of time, and that will increase your serotonin levels and decrease the production of melatonin. Also, just being aware of this fact that the days are shorter and you have less light out. So when you do have light out, do your best to develop some practices or routines. Maybe get a friend, and instead of eating lunch indoors, take a very short walk outdoors together. Bundle up, get your coat on, go out, take a quick walk. It doesn't have to be a long one, and just get some exposure to the sunlight. And then you also have the added social connection, and that boosts serotonin. Friendships and conversations also are a serotonin booster. Make sure that you have regular activity, that activity is consistent. The activity is something you look forward to, something you could even incorporate socialization with. And then for those people who have what I would call yearly decline in mood and a persistent, pervasive, anticipated experience with seasonal affective disorder, I would also encourage you to seek a healthcare provider's collaboration. There are forms of cognitive behavioral therapy to help you with thinking negative thoughts, with thinking catastrophic thoughts, ruminating thoughts. CBT is a good strategy to help you with developing some more positive thought processes and accepting help, accepting care, accepting collaboration with a healthcare provider. There are some people who experience seasonal affective disorder every single season. When the days get shorter, when it's cold, when there's not enough light, it can be debilitating for a certain population. And with those individuals, it's important they seek professional help. It's important I am not felt or seen to be minimizing this experience for people who have seasonal affective disorder. I am always wanting to promote wellness and promote acceptance. It's really important for the people who live with and who are partners or very close family members or the person themselves to not minimize this. I would not in any way minimize the struggles the person who experiences this condition has. So I would ask you to be kind to yourself if you have it and to be okay in reaching out for help. A possible support message you could have to a friend, a family member, a partner is simply, let me know if there is anything I can do for you or with you. You're not alone. We're together in this.
Can you tell listeners about common signs and symptoms we can look out for in ourselves and others?
One of the primary symptoms that causes concern for people is a feeling of sadness, a persistent feeling of sadness accompanied by fatigue. I'm tired. A listless feeling where you can't even find energy to do the things that normally you want to do and normally bring you joy. Some changes in appetite, maybe a craving of carbohydrates. Also, just wanting to sleep a whole lot more than you're used to sleeping. And I think one of the signs to look for in others is they withdraw socially. They become less inclined to go out, or they stay to themselves. And again, you don't want to be invasive with your family or your friends or the people you work with, but a simple, I really notice you've been quieter than usual. I just want to let you know I care about you and hope things are going well. You don't want to pry, but sometimes just noticing will open up a conversation. And I think being aware and paying attention to the people that you're around, and then more than anything, paying attention to yourself, giving yourself permission to take care of yourself, permission to notice, oh, I'm feeling really tired, a lot more tired than I usually am. I want to sleep all the time. I don't really want to call my friends. Hey, what's all that about? So actually checking in with yourself, becoming self-aware of your own reactions, especially with your mental health.
Are there groups of people that are more at risk for seasonal affective disorder than others?
I always like to answer that question from both sides of my experience. Statistics are important, and it is to our credit that we measure things. We always need to measure things. So yes, people who live further from the equator are more at risk, and there is evidence that women are more at risk. However, having said that, I always want everyone to realize it's important not to stereotype any kind of statistic that has to do with mental health and wellness. So be very kind and very open. I am careful with diagnoses. There is evidence that if a person has the diagnosis of bipolar, that they could be more at risk for seasonal affective disorder. Again, having said that, please try to be thoughtful and careful about any time in your life stereotyping mental health and wellness.
Is seasonal affective disorder something that can be prevented or just managed?
I sit in a place where I think every single human being has moments of mental health dips, is what I call them. I would say we all need prevention. And prevention looks like regular sleep. With a person with seasonal affective disorder, it would be once the seasons change to avail themselves of light therapy early, to make a consistent commitment to being out when they can in the light, to letting partners and families know that they could use a little encouragement, So I tend to think of mental health and seasonal affective disorder as being part of that. We all should be able to do things to prevent any kind of mental health worries or any kind of mental health struggles. I think we would all do well to realize everything we can do to support each other, to support ourselves, is helping, and that we all need to manage this.
Lee Anne, if listeners only remember one thing from this conversation, what do you hope that is?
I would like for you to be kind to yourself, to do whatever you can on a regular basis to take care of yourself, to prioritize in the winter months getting out, reaching out to support people, reaching out to ask for support, and try to normalize the importance of caring for one another and caring for yourself. You cannot take care of other people if you don't take care of yourself first. It's not selfish to take care of yourself. It's important.
Hey everybody, I hope you enjoyed learning about seasonal affective disorder and the unique insights Lee Anne Walmsley had to share. So we'll catch you on the next episode of Becoming Wildly Resilient, and until then, be well. Thanks for watching. Thank you for listening to Becoming Wildly Resilient. This podcast is brought to you by University of Kentucky Human Resources, Health and Wellness. We offer a wide range of online and in-person services to support the well-being of UK employees, retirees, and their spouses. You can find experts in mental health, personal resilience, nutrition, and physical activity. We're ready to meet you where you are and address your unique needs. To learn more about the work, life, and well-being services offered by UK Human Resources, visit hr.uky.edu/wellbeing. You can also connect with us on social media and YouTube by searching @UKY Wellness or by email at healthandwellness@uky.edu.